Okay, guys, so I'm going to brave the cold. Are you comfortable, Todd?
No, I'm good.
Okay, we're going to make this one quick. What I wanted to do is actually show you the demarc from the ISPs here into Todd's house. Pretty standard residential stuff, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, very much so. The lines come in from underground as most of the power cables and coax come in. It comes up through this piping here, comes up into this box. There's a little bit of power that comes with it, and then the fiber interconnect plugs into this box right here, and then it goes out. And actually the broadband, which is 30/20 speed, only uses one pair on the Ethernet cable.
Yeah, so you can't, I don't see any fiber. It's all back here, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they don't want you to get into that box because there is some voltage coming in there, and so they don't want any risk of shock from that. But it comes in, it powers this box, and then it sends it out.
All right, and since while we're in here, I see you got cable too, not nearly as sophisticated, just
No.
a little bit of silicon, but this is a...
This grounds the cable, so obviously the coax cable is a little bit more susceptible to electrical strikes. So what they do is they ground this, and there's a wire here that's grounded to this pipe that goes down, this rod that goes down to the ground. It grounds that so that...
Now, I see you got a grounding rod for this. In Texas, we had the craziest thing happen. We had standard grounding rods for our power, okay, for the electrical power, and then for telephones, we had a grounding rod. Now in Texas, copper was what they would use for your electrical, your 110, 115,
Right.
but they were using zinc rods for their telephones. So, and they both drill into salt water. So what happens if you get copper and zinc in salt water?
Yeah.
Yeah, they literally turned into batteries, and it was a big mess down south where they had to run a wire between the two, the anode and the cathode is really what it was. So
to discharge the battery, yeah.
Yeah, it was hilarious. And and on that ground, what you have, another Net Plus question, is a balun that interconnects the two pieces of F-type connector.
There's a whole interesting range of baluns now available for all kinds of things. You see them for HDMI over Ethernet, you see them for RCA stereo audio and video over Ethernet. So you're starting to see this whole range of Ethernet baluns come up to do some pretty interesting stuff.
Huh. Well, now there's one more cool thing out here I wanted to show you guys. A couple of years ago, we had Hurricane Rita come through Texas, and one of the things that a lot of folks started to install was residential backup power. And as I came out here, I took a look over here and suddenly said, why, Todd Thibodeaux, you got backup power. What's the story here?
So we have, this is a Generac brand. This is an 8 kilowatt backup generator. It runs off of natural gas, so the line comes in, and there's an automatic failover for 8 circuits in the house. And of course, all of our equipment is on the circuit, so we can continue to watch TV even when everybody else has no power.
So now you're not worried about hurricanes up here, are you?
No, but we do have a lot of thunderstorms in the summer, and we just don't want to be without our stuff.
Gotcha.
So
understood.
Good investment, and also this powers the sump pumps in our basement. So our basement is 10 feet below ground, so we do have the issue of basements flooding here, and that's really more what it's about.
All right. Well, guys, I'm freezing to death, but I wanted to take a minute and show this all to you. Some of Todd's pretty cool toys, even in the great outdoors.